flag salute, the national anthem, and our alma mater. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets cracked there, all bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Voices sing as one in friendship unified, with loyalty and force of one made strong by Chatham pride. Lift torch of learning by our race, may we never forget our Cougar days, and evermore will loudly praise our noble Chatham line.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Catherine, and thank you for the honor of speaking here today. Like all stories, ours begin with once upon a time. 4 very simple words that serve as the key to unlocking worlds of experiences and memories. Every one of us sitting here under the July sun have our own stories to share, the stories of our lives. Once upon a time, we entered schools, sat at desks with laminated name tags, and shared our favorite colors. Once upon a time, we had our first conversations with the people who became our mentors, our classmates, our friends. Now, so many years later, here we are. We entered high school with dreams and aspirations and the feeling of uncertainty over who we truly are. We leave with a better understanding of the indescribable beauties and anxieties in our society, the disconnect between theory and practice. We leave with better eyesight into our communities and souls, with better hearing to understand the nuances between cultures and individuals, with better voices to advocate for what is right. Here we are, about to step foot into a world very different from the one we are used to, one we have only caught glimpses of from the sidelines. We begin again. And yes, we have more questions now about this grander world. We can see more gray areas than when we first entered high school. But we're not going to leave these gaps unbridged, these wounds unattended. We have the future in our hands. We may just be young adults, but look how far we've come in our time at Chatham. We have overcome lab practicals and hurricanes, stressful all-nighters and snowstorms, post-hallway sprints, and a global pandemic. And along the way, we've taken thousands of mental snapshots of all things large and small. Milestones like driving for the first time, and moments like dancing with friends at homecoming. Each and every one of us has the power to venture out and make our mark on this world. We have the ability, we have the right to search for freedom, for truth, for happiness onto ourselves and our society. We may define these values differently, may act upon them differently, and inevitably our ideas will change as time goes by. From now on, we may pursue our respective destinies alone, but we shall never be lonely. What we've learned here, what we've experienced so far, shows us the value of diverse opinions and multiple perspectives. And as we walk down the path of life, to college, to the workforce, to every accomplishment and setback, I am sure we will be much more well-rounded, citizens with our niches in this world. We are on the brink of a new dawn, a new age, where we can see and we can act, where we play our roles in creating a brighter future that outlasts memory itself. But no one else will come forth with fanfare to announce this. We will be the ones to struggle and fight for it, and emerge at the end to proudly exclaim, "Look at us. Look how far we've come. Look at what we've done." And maybe, many years from now, when we've found our definitions of freedom and success and happiness, when we have come to understand who we truly are, we can look back at our place now, our time here, and be grateful as we reminisce. Grateful for our teachers and all those who have taught us. Grateful for our classmates and friends, our supporters and our advocates, our families of the blood, and our families of the heart. Grateful for all the challenges we've overcome and all the lessons we've learned. Our triumphs, Chatham's class of 2020, will endure and go down in history. And when we tell our story, we can smile and begin with "Once upon a time." Thank you.
Each year, the senior class votes for a staff member to be recognized for the Distinguished Teacher Award. This year's recipient is someone who has a passion for teaching, loves her students, and enjoys working with kids outside the classroom. Her passion and enjoyment for teaching is evident each time you pass her room or see her working with students. This year's Distinguished Teacher plaque reads, "The Distinguished Teacher Award is presented by the graduating class of 2020 with sincere appreciation for bringing us together even when we're apart and reminding us how much we have to celebrate. Hashtag #WeAreCHS 2020. The senior class has selected Ms. Laura Sherbo. I would like to begin the recognition of the Chatham High School 2020 Senior Scholarship recipients by presenting the Principal's Cup to our valedictorian, Catherine Wang. And our salutatorian, Veronica Robin Quidor. Mr. Walker will continue announcing scholarships and the recipients. I ask that each recipient stand at their chair for 3 seconds to be recognized, and I ask that our guests hold their applause until the last scholarship is announced, when all recipients can be recognized together.
The Chatham High School 2020 Senior Scholarship recipients. American Legion Post number 92 Scholarship, Amy Zhang. Art League of the Chathams, Andy Tran. Chatham High School Athletic Boosters Most Accomplished Athlete Scholarships, Jameson Andrew Shee. Chatham Education Association Scholarship, Jessica Rindos, Connor Tully. Chatham Fishwack Festival Inc. Scholarship, Aiden Jacob West. Chatham Borough Scholarship Fund, Leonard Sethman Von Heel III. Chatham High School PTO Scholarships, Michaela Catherine Myler, Aditya Vinyak Roy, Aiden Sims. Chatham JC Scholarship, Jennifer Mary McNiff, Michaela Catherine Myler, Catherine Ann Whitty. Chatham Kiwanis Scholarships, William Gavin O'Neill, Aiden N. Sims. Chatham Township PBA Scholarships, Jeremy Michael Pollard, Evie Catherine Steiner. Chatham Performing Arts Booster Scholarships, Band Scholarship, Julia Susan Raskin. Theater Scholarship, Dylan Lucas Salinger. Democratic Scholarship Committee of the Chatham Scholarship, Mira Malhotra. Green Village Volunteer Fire Department Scholarship, Evie Catherine Steiner. Vivian K. Hill School District of the Chatham's County College of Morris Scholarships, Anais Oquendo. Investors Bank Scholarship, Chatham Branch, Dorothy Zhang. Madison Lodge, number 93, free and accepted Masons Philip T. Sproul Scholarship, Aiden N. Sims. Patrolman Anthony J. Pariso Scholarship, Alyssa Rose Eula. Paul E. Harris Memorial Great Reunion Award, Isha Nagpal. Peter W. Stoser Scholarship, Stavros Makris. Congratulations to all of our scholarship recipients.
Good afternoon. Today's a special day for Chatham High School, our seniors, and their families. Although we're not participating in our typical commencement exercise, I don't want this modified graduation ceremony to overshadow what our seniors have accomplished during their time at Chatham High School and in the district. When I talk to the seniors from this stage each year, I often try to remind them of where they were 12 years ago when they first started their formal schooling. 12 years doesn't seem like a very long time, but when you think about the fact that nearly 66% of our seniors' lives have been spent in school, what happens during that time is crucial. In each grade, we talk about the importance of learning new material, but we also talk about the importance of each student having a full experience. What we mean by that is that each student experiences building relationships with their classmates, learns how to get along with new people that they may not have known well before, tries new things such as after-school enrichment opportunities, or even just learns how to work with a new teacher. All of these things are necessary to provide each student with the growth and development needed to navigate the next school year and to be able to interact appropriately outside of the school setting. Seniors, after tonight, when you're thinking about your experiences in school, go back and think about each grade. Think about the good memories and think about the things that made you happy. Think about the friends you've met and think about the great experience you had while you remember that you'll remember for the rest of your life. These are good things, and they will be the stories that you tell your children and your grandchildren years from now. They will also be the stories you reminisce about when you come together for your reunions. Now, we know that not all experiences have been great, so you should also take time to think about some of the different challenges you faced. Those challenges are going to look different for each of you, but some of the skills you relied on to be able to work through those challenges will look similar. The greatest outcome from the challenges you faced along the way was that you learned from them and that they made you better and stronger moving forward. I think it's fair to say that March 13th, 2020 will be a day that you'll remember forever. It was the last day you were in the high school as a class, and it was the first day that changed what spring would look like. No one could have foreseen what would have come next or all of the end-of-year traditions that you would not be able to experience. I want to bring light to this challenge because it had such a tremendous impact on you and all of us. But more importantly, I want to commend you for how you dealt with this prolonged situation of uncertainty, of not knowing if you'd be back in school or be together with your classmates one more time. This could not have been easy. In 1986, author Michael Fulgham wrote a book titled All I Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. The first essay in the volume, which had the same title as the book, lists lessons normally learned in kindergarten classrooms, and explains how the world would be improved if adults adhered to the same basic rules as children: sharing, being kind to one another, cleaning up after themselves, and living a balanced life of work, play, and learning. Towards the end of the essay, Fulgham writes, "Take any of those items and extrapolate it into sophisticated adult terms and apply it to your family life or work life or government or world, and it holds true and clear and firm." As you think about what has been so great over the last 12 years, and also what has been challenging, think about how what you had experienced each year in school prepared you for what was to come next. Think about how the basic lessons you learned way back in kindergarten helped you navigate your way as you got older. When you think about how unfair the end of your senior year felt, consider how, in some way, shape, or form, it is preparing you for something that may lie ahead. You have all done a tremendous job dealing with this unprecedented situation, and you have proven individually and collectively that the class of 2020 can rise above any challenge that may come your way. There is tremendous value that can be found in reflecting on where your journey began, the process along the way, and the experiences that prepared you for what may lie ahead. Find some time to reflect and be proud of what you've all accomplished. Things will get better. Best of luck to you. Dr. LaSousa, I present to you the class of 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Groh. Thank you, family members who helped us get to this point. Thank you, staff members who helped us get to this point. And thank you, most of all, students, for everything you've done to get here. I told your classmates earlier this morning that these last 4 months have been the worst of my life. And that's not an exaggeration. And I'm sharing it because in case you feel that way too, you're not alone. And when I think about what we've all been through, I kind of view it in 3 ways, or through 3 vantage points. The first is that I kind of feel really bad for myself. I signed up for a couple of races that I was planning to run this spring. They were canceled. I bought tickets to go see Pearl Jam in Asbury Park in September, canceled. Didn't get to socialize with my family. Had my world upside down at home with my kids trying to do remote schooling and me trying to work and my wife trying to work, and you know the story. So it hasn't really been too much fun, and I feel bad about that. The second way I view it, though, is how fortunate I am. That if these were the toughest 4 months of my life, I'm a pretty lucky guy. Because a lot of people have had it a lot rougher, and a lot of people have it a lot rougher, not just for 4 months or 6 months, but for their whole lives. And I'm pretty lucky to be standing here right now in Chatham talking to all of you. And I'm patriotic. The third way I see it kind of touches on the message that Catherine and Mr. Groh shared with you better than I'm doing right now, which is that I really believe that sometimes in life, if not almost always, turmoil and struggle and making your way through adversity leads to a better place and a better outcome in the long run. And when I look at you, I see the intersection of the personal struggle recently with the struggle of our nation and even our whole world in multiple ways in recent months. And looking at you gives me hope. It gives me hope that you're going to contribute meaningfully and in a way that makes our world better once you get past what's in front of you in the immediate term. And I know that you don't know yet what your colleges are doing, or if you're pursuing work or a military post or whatever your plans are. There's a lot of uncertainty right now. And uncertainty makes us nervous, it's scary. But at 7 a.m. this morning when I was talking on the phone with Mr. Groh, we weren't sure we could even have this ceremony this afternoon right now because of the weather. A month ago, we really didn't think we could have it. And here we are, celebrating in this modified fashion. And I kind of view that as a metaphor for what you all are about to experience. You've had struggle. You're going to keep having some struggle and some uncertainty in the coming months, maybe year. But in the long run, things are going to be better, and the skies are going to open, and it's going to be nice, and you're going to be happy. So I congratulate you on all of your achievements, your work. Stay strong, keep persevering, have faith, and make the world a better place. And with that, I will tell you that the powers that have been granted to me by the state of New Jersey and the Board of Education for the School District of the Chathams, I hereby certify the Chatham High School class of 2020. Congratulations.
Carson William Lebrano. Tamer Ellen Lucy. Livia Rose Francesca Macchia. Lara Machado. Laura Marie Macri. Catherine Hanalei Madden. Christine Kai Madden. Jacob Paul Mahon. John Daniel Mahoney. Mira Atul Malhotra. James Christian Maltby. Ryan Joseph Mancino. Alban Alex Marion. Evangeline Alice Lee Mason. Tessa Charlotte Jane Mason. Susan Mary McAloon. Ryan Thomas MacArthur. Owen Patrick McCaffrey. Jillian Bennett McCarthy. Grace Catherine McCombs. Heather McGuire. Chloe Rose McGlynn. Jennifer Mary McNiff. Marley McSweeney. Haley Hannah McVeigh. Milo Meyer Medvin. Michaela Catherine Myler. Kate Fennessy Middleton. Emily Worden Middleton. Christopher Mojarez. Sam Mulford. Connor Thomas Mulligan. Isha Ria Nagpal. Matthew David Nall. William Brian Nash. Grace Elizabeth Nickerson. Matthew Christopher Nonamaker. Alexandra Amari Norse. Tristan Jack O'Brien. McKenna Grace O'Connor. Haley Elizabeth O'Donnell. Elizabeth Hamilton O'Neill. William Gavin O'Neill. Jennifer Amy Olnowich. Anais Isabel Okendo. Rachel Elizabeth Origines. Lucy Oteja Hayes. Valeria Osorio. Andrew John Ott. Catherine Margaret Ott. Melina Nicole Panagakos. Mia Kathleen Paone. Nicholas Sebastian Papa. Nishant Nehol Parikh. Gabriel Park. Anna Pascalides. Matthew Austin Patterson. Maria Victoria Pereira Arojo. Charlotte Perret. Haley Michael Pettit. Andrew Joseph Petruska. Sophia Kylon Paparo. Elizabeth Ann Palucci. Olivia Dyson Polomeni. Jeremy Michael Pollard.
What's up, Jared?
Joseph Andrew Polverino. Jonathan Henry Powers. Benjamin Andrew Prill. Philip James Puccio. Julia Susan Raskin. Kathleen Mary Redmond. Rachel Judith Reinhardt. Olivia Veronica Richardson Bazo. Samuel Alexander Richardson Bazo. Jessica Mary Rindos. Morgan Sally Robinson. Logan Logan Stewart Robeson. Thomas Andrew Ronpierre. Naomi Lauren Ross. Aditya Vinayak Roy. Ivan Roshkov. Dylan Lucas Salinger. Yekta Samani. Caitlin Sabrina Marks Sanchez. Caroline Ann Savarese. Anthony William Sherbo. Max Anthony Schaefer. Peter Smith Schelling. Kevin Michael Scott. Kimya Sharif. John Dunn Shahadi. Jameson Andrew Shee. Aiden Shimshak. Matthew Alexander Sidorovich. Reuben Harrison Tyrone Simmons. Aiden Nicholas Sims. Amelia Argiro Sleeman. Madison Gale Smith. Alexis Madison Smizaski. Kaylee Jean Snar. Callie Ann Snyder. Matthew David Snyder. Matthew Joseph Sofo. Shreya Srikanth. Andrew Connor Stadinsky. Evie Catherine Steiner. Ryan Storm. James Strutt. Nicholas Chester Suter. Catherine Eleanor Swift. Rachel Tam. Ariana Georgia Taranidis. Miriam Noel Thompson. Victoria Rose Toro. Andy Tran. Connor James Tully. Alyssa Rose Eula. Grace Caroline Van Skyver. Anna Catherine Van Wee. Jessica Alice Varka. Ryan James Varka. Helen Varvatsoulis. David Venezia. Grace Venezia. Michael Timothy Vinsel. Samuel John David Viola. Leonard Sethman von Heil III. Ethan Craig Walker. Ella Corinne Walmsley. Lucy Carver Walrand. Aiden Walsh. Victoria Tony Walters. Megan Grace Warner. Morgan Elizabeth Wasserman. Caitlin Charlotte Weaving. Aiden Jacob West. Bridget Ann White. Catherine Elizabeth White. Daniel Widmer Withuser. Camille Wynn. Christopher Wynn. Catherine Ann Whitty. Jane Catherine Workman. Ryan Richard Yekel. Dorothy Zhang. Amy Zhang. We'd also like to recognize those graduates who were unable to attend today's ceremony. Stavros Makris. Nicole Papadogiannis. Aliza Jenna Reshimwala. Amber Maliha Reshimwala. John Michael Tolkien. Sophia Rose Ventura. Brian Aldo Villagran. Leo Wang. Petra Martina Zadroga. Thank you.
Good afternoon, graduates. You didn't actually think you were going to get out of here without hearing from a parent, right? That would be adorable if you did. So as the Board of Ed president, I have one perk. This is it. I get to confirm the graduates, and it's my absolute favorite time of the year. There's no doubt you guys got a raw deal. Let's not, we're not going to bypass that. But what I need to remind you is how much you've accomplished over the last, Mr. Gross said 12 years. I'm going to count kindergarten. The last 13 years, even though it was half day. You guys have put tools in your toolbox every single year. The staff on the side and those that aren't here, they have helped you all the way to get prepared for this moment. I know you think your accomplishment graduating from Chatham High School is the norm, and you don't have to believe me right now, but in about 8 weeks, you're gonna see how much different you are from some of your peers that you're about to meet. You guys have met challenges at every step of the way, and you are extremely well prepared. Some of you may have seen some of those inspirational posters, and one of them says, "Success is when preparation meets opportunity." You have the preparation part, and in a few weeks, you're going to be presented with an innumerable amount of opportunities for you to take advantage of. Some of them are going to be great for you, and some of them, not so much, and you can let those pass. What I just want to remind you is, remember, we are Chatham. You've got this. You decide which opportunities are right for you. You decide which ones, you know what, not so good, I'm going to let that one pass. Just remember, you take the lead. Don't worry about what your roommate's doing. Don't worry about what the guy down the hall is doing. You take the lead and let them follow you. So again, remember your hashtag, We Are Chatham. I just want to congratulate you all. You've done a fantastic job. Thank you for your patience since March 13th till now. So if you wouldn't mind standing and move your tassels from right to left, please join me in congratulating the class of 2020. Well done. Woo!